and gentlemen, welcome back to Iron Seth number 3. Today's episode, apples! Woo! It's a cold winter's day in Washington. We went out this morning to the farmer's market and we found ourselves some beautiful apples. So we are going to make apple crisp. This is a simple, easy recipe handed down from my grandma Bibi to my mom to me to you with a few extra embellishments. We're glad to be here today. So the first thing we're going to do for a simple apple crisp that'll warm us up on a winter day is the dry ingredients. First we've got oats. 3/4 of a cup of oats. Your ready, normal, quick cook oats. We're going to put 3/4 of a cup into our bowl. We then need about half a cup of sifted flour. So I'm going to take half a cup of your normal all-purpose flour, dip it in there, throw it in through the sifter. La 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 la. Wonderful. Give it a little bang to make sure everything's in. So now we've got our dry ingredients going in the bowl. That's half a cup of flour and 3/4 of a cup of oats. Now we've got to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Now whenever you measure brown sugar, you should pack it down lightly because brown sugar poops up and you really won't get the... So even if it doesn't say it in the recipe, it's going to usually refer by default to packed brown sugar. So we're going to put 3/4 of a cup. We're going to pack it down lightly. You don't have to really slam it down, but pack that brown sugar down. Now I know many of you will have had the conundrum, the problem that you go into the shelf to get the brown sugar and it's totally rock hard. One trick to softening your brown sugar, which makes everything come full circle today, is you take your brown sugar, you put about a slice of apple in it, and you throw it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. That'll soften the brown sugar right up. So, we got 3/4 of a cup of loosely packed brown sugar. That's also going to go right into our dry ingredients. Now we need to add half a cup of butter. Half a cup of butter is equivalent to one whole stick, half a cup. We got to melt that butter. So we're going to put our half a cup of butter in the microwave. Boom, boom, turn the microwave on. Like magic, I have half a cup of melted butter right here. So our half a cup of melted butter is going into the bowl with our dry ingredients. Delicious. We're going to add some cinnamon. You can add as much cinnamon as you like, probably around half a teaspoon, but we're going to put, oh, sorry, wrong order. That was ginger. Rewind. That was ginger. I love ginger and everything, so we just put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger in before I realized it. Now let's put in about half a teaspoon of cinnamon, or as much as you like. Good shakety shake of cinnamon. And now we're going to add a little secret ingredient today. Grandma ain't never had this ingredient. We've got some toffee bits that happen to be up in our shelf up there. So we're going to drop these toffee bits right in for a little added sweetness. Is somebody making tea over here? Was that part of the gag or not? Alright, I'm turning the tea boiler off. We're going to take a fork and we're just going to stir up our dry ingredients. All the flour, brown sugar, oats, and our toffee bits, ginger, and cinnamon. This is going to be very dry and crumbly by the time we're done. It's not going to be very wet. It should sort of be lumpy and deliciously goopy. That's your wonderful topping on your apple crisp or crumble or brickle or whatever you happen to call it, wherever you might come from in these wonderful United States of America. But I'm actually going to add a little more oats because I like it to be a little drier for the audience at home. Alright, so that basically, ladies and gentlemen, is our dry ingredients. Now the key, the superstar of today's episode, of course, is our apples. These are locally grown apples. We were out at the farmer's market this morning. We've got some beautiful local apples. We've got Pink Ladies, we've got Ida Reds, and we've got Brayburn. We need about 3 to 4 cups of apples. I say you go for 4. I also say you leave the skins on. I'm a big fan of potatoes, apples, those kind of things, leaving the skin on because all those nutrients are in there. We've got 3 kinds of apples. Did you know that there are almost 7,500 kinds of cultivars of documented apples in the world? There are so many out there to choose from. Pick good local ones. Ask your grocer or ask the person in the market what are good apples to bake with. So we've used 3 different kinds in this recipe. Firm flesh, kind of tart. We're going to cook them right up. We're going to leave the skins on. The nice thing about buying organic apples, which I did, is they don't have any pesticides. So you really don't need to wash them. Now if you don't want dirt on your apples, you might give them a quick wash. So we're going to cut up this delicious Brayburn. We've got an apple corer, a great invention, the apple corer. What it allows you to do is You just push down on the apple, boom, the apple splits and the core comes right out. You can do it the old-fashioned way with a knife, but this is much easier and much more consistent. We're going to cut our apples up into thin little strips. Again, 3 to 4 cups of them, probably closer to 4 for our purposes. Add those apples to this delicious pile of apples. Once we've hit 3 to 4 cups of thin strips of apples, we are ready to rock and roll. And that's it. We got our apples ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to take out 2 small pans for our brickle and get our pans ready to go, throw in the oven. Light them on fire if you want, why not? It's apple day. Anyway, we're going to spread half the apples out in this pan, half the apples out in this pan, put them nice and evenly, and then lights. We're going to put the topping right back on top of these. That's all we got to do. So we're going to take our streusel topping, our brickle topping, whatever you want to call it, take half of it in here, half of it in here to cover the apples up. And the whole point, of course, like anything, you put an apple with some sugar and some brown sugar and some oats in the oven and bake it up, it's going to taste good, I promise you. So we chuck all that stuff in here. Yip-yum, we take our fingers, because you can't cook anything without your fingers. So we make sure the topping of the apple is all spread out. Make little ones for your friends, take them into the office, one for your neighbor, you know, your dog just peed on their lawn, so you got to make friendly with them, you bring them an apple crisp and it'll all be better for the winter. We're going to fire the oven up to 350 degrees, that is 350 Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Celsius. We're going to pop them in. When we come back, we're going to have 2 wonderful, beautiful apple crisps for you, ready to eat and taste. Oh, that was good. Okay. Charlotte. We need 4 in a row. 4 in a row. Andrea, line up. Like, yeah, there you go.
Ready, left first.
No. 45 or 50 minutes have passed. We are ready to go. Apple crisp smells delicious in here. I wish you could smell it, but they haven't invented that camera yet. Straight from the oven, 2 hot apple crisp on a wonderfully chilly summer day. Everything's hot. I'm going to pull some plates out. Would someone like some? Who can I get to come sample this?
Oh, that's me.
Sasha! Hey. This is my friend Sasha, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Iron Seth. We got some ice cream. We're going to scoop Sasha up some delicious apple crisp made with 3 varieties of locally grown apples. And have a scoop of ice cream because he's such a good man. Sasha, can you give this again or tell the audience at home how it is?
A little bit of ice cream right there. How hot. Oh, straight up, that's good. This is good.
This is episode 3 of Iron Seth. We welcome you back next week.
Was that intentionally used?
Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you just having fun? Time's standing still. Wait for
Need to do anything.
That section out.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Rewind.